Hello. We have now three amino acids on the screen: serine, glutamic acid, and aspartic acid. We know well that serine belongs to that hydroxy group containing amino acids, whereas glutamic acid and aspartic acid they belong to the acidic amino acids or dicarboxylic acid amino acids. Serine, a hydroxyl group containing amino acids, that is, serine is an aliphatic hydroxy amino acid. It is non-essential and glucogenic. So we have to describe the ways by which serine is synthesized in the body and the metabolite which can be converted into glucose. The metabolite is pyruvate. Alanine or pyruvate form during the metabolism of serine will get converted into glucose. An overview of serine metabolism is given here. So the pathways which yield serine is endogenous hydrolysis of protein gives serine, phosphoglycerate gives serine, alanine gives serine, glycine gives serine. Whereas those pathways which take away serine from serine pool is formation of glycine. Then serine gives glycine along with one carbon moiety, a hydroxymethyl group that goes to one carbon pool. Serine is converted into pyruvate that can be converted into alanine. The pyruvate formed from the glycine is is goes to it can be sent to the gluconeogenetic pathway. Like that, serine is converted into ethanolamine. Ethanolamine is converted into codeine. Actually, codeine is trimethylamine choline. Trimethyl choline is trimethyl ethanolamine is choline. Choline, when gets acetylated, forming acetylcholine, it becomes the neurotransmitter. Phosphatidylserine is a type of lipid which is formed from serine. Other phospholipids also required serine for their formation. Then the alcohol sphingosine is derived from serine. Serine can be converted into cysteine. That is, serine will react with homocysteine, forming cystathione. Cystathione will yield on one side serine and other side homocysteine. Now, this way, the last product we get from serine is selenocysteine. Very peculiar in the sense this is called as 21st amino acid. There are 20 standard amino acids which have got codon for their synthesis, but this is the 21st which has got a codon and it can be incorporated into protein. So this selenocysteine is also synthesized from serine. Now it is clear to us that the sources of serine, main source of serine are phosphoglycerate, and glycine. Phosphoglycerate is the major source of serine in the body. The steps involved dehydrogenation, transamination, and removal of phosphate group. From glycine, by reverse of serine hydroxymethyl transferase reaction, we get serine from glycine. Serine may also be formed by the transamination of hydroxypyruvate with alanine. Alanine plus hydroxypyruvate gives pyruvate plus serine. Here the reaction for formation of serine from phosphoglycerate is given. Phosphoglycerate will get converted into 3-phosphohydroxypyruvate. 3-phosphohydroxypyruvate will then be transaminated to give phosphoserine. Phosphoserine will be giving away its phosphate group to get converted into phosphoserine. The second major pathway is exchange of carbon with glycine and folate, important for folate recycling. Glycine plus N5N10 methyl tetrahydrofolate plus H2O gives serine plus tetrahydrofolate. This is the reaction for production of serine from glycine. Here it is a type of repetition again. How serine is formed from phosphoglycerate. 3-phosphoglycerate the action of dehydrogenase converted to 3-phosphohydroxypyruvate, where one NAD molecule is reduced to NADH. Then 3-phosphohydroxyglycerate by transamination it is converted into phosphoserine, where glutamate is converted to alpha-ketoglutarate. Phosphoserine plus H2O gives serine plus H3PO4, that is liberation of the phosphate group. This is how serine is formed from phosphoglycerate. Here the major pathways are being given, that is deamination of pyruvate, transamination of hydroxypyruvate, that is hydroxypyruvate is formed from transamination, pyruvate is formed from deamination, and in serine is converted into pyruvate and alanine, which are glucogenic compounds. Deamination reaction is given here. Serine gives away H2O and forms amino acid, and amino acid is then converted into pyruvate, liberating ammonia. This is non-oxidative type of deamination. Decarboxylation of serine gives a very important compound, ethanolamine. Serine, when it is acted upon by serine decarboxylase in presence of the coenzyme PLP, the carbon dioxide is liberated and serine gets converted into ethanolamine. So here we will list one by one the metabolic functions of serine. One of the important function is to provide one carbon group. Serine donates one carbon group to the one carbon pool by the reaction of serine hydroxymethyltransferase enzyme. The one carbon group methylene tetrahydrofolate removed from the serine and glycine is formed. Second important metabolic role of serine is to formation of cysteine. It gives rise to another amino acid, a sulfur-containing amino acid. This is formed when serine combines with homocysteine to form cystathione, and this cystathione is then hydrolyzed into cysteine plus homoserine. Alanine is one of the compounds which is formed from serine when serine is converted to alanine by dehydration followed by transamination. Serine analogs are used as drugs and they inhibit nucleotide synthesis. Azathioserine is an anti-cancer drug and cycloserine is an anti-tuberculosis drug. Because of their nature, they work as a competitive inhibitor and they cause inhibition phenomena in cancer cell. Here the diagram, Formulas are given for azacitidine and cycloserine. They are analogs of serines. Now, choline synthesis. Choline is actually trimethyl ethanolamine. A series serine is decarboxylated first to give ethanolamine by a pyridoxal phosphate containing decarboxylase. Ethanolamine is further utilized for cholic acid synthesis, for choline synthesis. Choline is used for acetylcholine synthesis, which is an important neurotransmitter. From choline, three one carbon groups, that is CH3, uh, can be removed. So choline is an important one carbon donor. This diagram summarizes the role of serine in donating the one carbon atom. So glycine is converted into serine. Serine after decarboxylation gives ethanolamine. Ethanolamine is then methylated to give methyl ethanolamine. Methylamine receives one more methyl group forming dimethyl ethanolamine. This is then converted into choline. Choline is trimethyl ethanolamine. Choline is formed. Now this choline gives butane, that is trimethylglycerine, which gives away one carbon to form dimethylglycine, and dimethylglycine is then converted to monomethyl or sarcosine or methylglycine, and this methylglycine gives away the methyl group in the form of CH2OH, gets converted into glycine. Glycine again serine. So this way, this set of reaction is called as choline glycine cycle. Serine is an important component of many proteins. In phosphoproteins, serine serves as to esterify phosphate group, for example, casein. So all the proteins which have got organic phosphate, and they are in nature they are phosphoproteins, they have actually phosphorylated casein as their component. Hence, they are called as phosphoproteins. Second example is of glycogen phosphorylase enzyme, which is activated after phosphorylation, and which, while pyruvate kinase and 3-phosphofructokinases are activated by dephosphorylation. So either of the phenomena will occur depending on the type of amino acid it is. The protein will react positively or negatively when it combines with the phosphate. Third example is of the carbohydrate groups are usually attached to the hydroxyl group of serine or threonine residues of the protein. Serine forms the active group of many enzymes, serine proteases, example tyrosine and coagulation factors. Trypsin and coagulation factors. Now, this is last example of the metabolic role of serine, and eventually it is the last amino acid invented as 21st amino acid in the list of standard amino acid, that is selenocysteine. Selenocysteine is abbreviated as SECYS. It is seen at the active site of the following enzymes: thioredoxin reductase and glutathione. So this completes the metabolic profile of hydroxyl group containing amino acid serine. Now we will take up one amino acid from acidic amino acids, that is glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is non-essential glycogenic amino acids. Because it is non-essential, we will give the pathway how it is formed in our body. Because it is glucogenic, we will mention the metabolite form which can enter to glyconeogenesis pathway. Functions of glutamate in that removal of amino group of most amino acids that form of ammonia in the form of ammonia through trans-deamination. This is very common pathway that glutamate reacts with a keto acid that like pyruvate to convert it into alanine and itself get converted into alpha ketoglutarate. Other way, glutamate is formed when alpha ketoglutarate reacts with the amino acid to get converted into a glutamate, and other amino acid is converted into keto acids. So this reaction we are discussing transamination reactions. So this reaction gives the way to get rid of amino group from all amino acids with the help of alpha ketoglutarate getting converted into glutamate. Then second example is of glutathione synthesis. This is a tripeptide form of three amino acids: glutamate, cysteine, and glycine. Glutamate here is in the gamma position. So the name of this compound or tripeptide is gamma glutamyl cysteinyl glycine. Third is glutamine synthesis. Glutamine is synthesized from glutamate in the reaction catalyzed by glutamine synthesis. This reaction is very common and predominant in kidney, and it helps in maintaining the acid-base balance by formation of glutamine. Fourth is enzyme activation. N-acetyl glutamate is activates carbamyl phosphate synthesis enzyme. N-acetyl glutamate is formed from glutamate in the presence of acetyl-CoA. And this N-acetyl glutamate will activate allosterically the very first enzyme of urea cycle, that is carbamyl phosphate synthesis 1. Last example is from folic acid synthesis. Folic acid is member of vitamin B complex, being composed of pterine base, para-aminobenzoic acid, and one more glutamic acid residue. Folic acid acts as a carrier of one carbon unit, which has important role in amino acid metabolism and purine and pyrimidine synthesis. Functions: neurotransmitter. Glutamate acts as excitatory neurotransmitter in all CNS neurons. Gamma-aminobutyric acid. Functions of gamma-aminobutyric acid is an inhibitory transmitter in brain and spinal cord. In the brain, GABA is a postsynaptic inhibitory neurotransmitter. Second, in the spinal cord, GABA is pre-synthesized GABA is a synaptic inhibitor transmitter. Synthesis of GABA takes place by decarboxylation of glutamate. It is synthesized from glutamate by L-glutamate decarboxylase in the presence of pyridoxal phosphate as a coenzyme. So here the diagram it is shown on the left side is glutamate which gets decarboxylated and converted into gamma aminobutyric acid. Catabolism of GABA. It is metabolized with the neurons to succinate. That is, GABA is converted into succinic semialdehyde. The enzyme is GABA transaminase, and the keto acid is converted into glutamate, and we get succinic semialdehyde, which is then further acted upon by succinyl semialdehyde dehydrogenase, which will reduce NAD to NADH and succinic semialdehyde to succinate. Thus, succinate is formed from GABA as the catabolic product. Deficiency of GABA produces that deficiency may be due to deficiency of either glutamate decarboxylase or pyridoxal phosphate. It causes convulsions, especially in children. Another amino acid is the aspartate. It is also a dark carboxylic acid containing amino acid. It is non-essential and glycogenic in nature. This is the amino acid important because it is part of urea cycle. In urea formation, aspartic acid reacts with citrulline to form arginosuccinate. Purine formation, there also aspartate is required, and it is the source of N5 purines. Pyrimidine formation. Aspartic acid is required for the pyrimidine formation. The very first step, that aspartate is a source of N1, C4, C5 and C6 of pyrimidine. It forms carbamyl aspartate during the synthesis of pyrimidine. Asparagine formation is also one of the role of aspartate. It enters in the structure of some proteins, example oxytocin hormone. It is source of ammonia, especially in plants. Synthesis and breakdown. Say aspartate is converted into asparagine with the help of enzyme asparagine synthetase. Ammonia is added in the presence of ATP, and ADP and PI is released and asparagine is formed. This asparagine further can be converted into aspartate, can be reversed into aspartate, where ammonia is removed and aspartate is formed. Of GABA. Function is neurotransmitter. Aspartate act as an excitatory transmitters on all CNS neurons. Last is beta alanine It in bacteria, decarboxylation of aspartic acid produces beta-alanine. So here the diagram shows how alanine is converted into beta-alanine. Alanine is acted upon by the enzyme aspartate decarboxylase. Removal of carbon dioxide in presence of PLP converts aspartate into beta-alanine. In bacteria, decarboxylation of aspartic acid produces beta-alanine. In mammalian tissue, beta-alanine arises during catabolism of cysteine. Beta-alanine enters in the structure of pantothenic acid coenzyme A, carnosine, anacerin, and homocarnosine. So this way we are we have completed the metabolic pathways involved with aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Now we will completing this chapter. We have got now to complete the branched chain amino acids and then the biogenic amines, polyamines, and histidine. That will complete this chapter. Thank you.